Hello, you peeps, this is Edo here for another Let's Play, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, here with me is Nightshade.
We're going on an adventure.
Well, we finally got the ID card from Gumshoe, and we are now gonna go infiltrate. Let's go. Did we go over here? Yeah, let's do it.
February 24, Police Department, Chief's Office. The Deep Darkness Abyss.
Here goes Mr. Wright. Click. Beep.
Welcome back.
Open sesame. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Ah!
Slap. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Ah, Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was the sneak king. I mean, I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card?
Your fingerprint's gonna be on it. Hey, don't do that to my card! I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'll have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I've got a bad feeling about this. I guess we should. Do you want to examine then? Let's examine. There's a couple of things. Oh my god, this place is freaking huge. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons?
Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Don't mind her.
Shh! Be careful of what you say! Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak!
I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out! You guys don't know how scary that guy can be! He'll be showing up and ask you if you've been swimming, and then it gets awkward!
Actually, does he have anything else to say? Oh yeah, it is. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On the date 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touches the desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady was in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
We're not gonna talk what he's doing with that desk, either. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Okay, now then let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that.
Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? Yeah, Mr. Wright, what do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet.
There he goes, ignoring me again.
We should examine. Probably this. This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code. Looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's...
I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Whoa. Oh, how weird.
Technology. Press 2 for controls.
Whoa! It worked! We in.
Animation.
Bingo. What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
7777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
You mean 777777? That Heidi number?
I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Oh god, we gotta examine it.
Don't worry, I'm just hyperventilating over there. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's a
A shard from a broken cup.
This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in there, too. Oh. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. That's a handprint. This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in that safe? Apparently so. It's empty now.
A piece of cloth with an handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
But unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. So... we gotta present the jar.
Jar Jar.
Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
All of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one? That was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Assemble! Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Ooh. Like that. There! Fits like a charm. That, of course, means she can't willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But...
Hey guys, get a load of this.
what is it?
This piece you just attached? It's different from the others.
There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood.
I don't get it. Why will Chief Gant hide this in the safe?
Oh wait, no, not move. We need to... I have to present it, right? The, fingerprint team. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh?
Come on, this isn't time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe.
Oh! I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Oh, Gumshoe. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that.
Well, you done goofed.
I done goofed. It doesn't help with the way I'm holding this right now. Not normal to hold it like this. Okay.
Sprinkle, sprinkle!
Why is it not responding to me?
The D-pad?
Yeah, no, the D-pad's responding, but the powder's not responding.
You have to pick a finger first. Now you can do it.
Okay. Was that the best finger to do, or did it matter?
I don't think it matters. And if it does, I'll tell you it's a bust try again. Ew.
Ooh,
Like this one, for example.
I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be good for matching prints, will it? It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger. So which finger?
Probably the one that looks clearer.
Would it be this one then, or the thumb?
I want to say the metal one probably looks better.
I'll try that one. Oh, there we go. That's a fingerprint.
Now we have to find whoever owns this thing.
Is that it?
Does it look like it looks similar?
That's the hard part. What would it be then? Isn't that who we're trying to prove that was his, or it was...
Yeah, you have a full chart to do comparisons.
Kinda looks like hers. It's Emma's. No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be dark prints.
Psst. Psst. Hey, you, over there.
Uh-oh.
What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
Strip of cloth.
I mean, we're done with the safe, but I guess we gotta keep on searching.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, we were here earlier. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, where are you? Well,
I wonder what he was reading.
this looks like a list of evidence used in a case.
A list of evidence.
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this.
Hey, look at that case name.
Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, Detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long?
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence. What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. Yeah.
Well, was I any help?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence.
No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You in the code. Chief Gant!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir! Please. Now get out. Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way too, then.
Wait! You! The one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You, with the spiky hair. You're free to go!
Mr. Wright!
Oh no.
Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew I'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone could keep quiet about it all this time.
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Also, we left the girl in his office alone with the guy. Probably
Right.
not the safest thing.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police want to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
February 24,
Ooh.
Detention Center, visitor's room.
We're automatically over here. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who is it you're hiding behind those words? Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. We're gonna talk! Ooh. I had to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. Where's this person's name?
John Cena!
Well, Miss Skye? Ooh. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans? My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about the circumstances? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly investigated that evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Where is it?
There's a lot of evidence in that list.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edward's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edward's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edward's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. And a star. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife? The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edward's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? How on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. Got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's a real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Ha! It's not over yet. God damn it.
We're in the end game now.
And the next episode, we're gonna go to court, huh?
Yep.
Ooh.
The last day of court.
It all comes down to this. All right. In the next episode, we go to court. And we have all the pieces basically put together. Now we just gotta play it out. Play our cards right and not screw up.
What do you think this is, poker?
Kinda. So this was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, with me and Nightshade.
Get out.
With that, we are out of here.